can buy any string trimmer, but if it's underpowered, annoying to reload, or dies halfway through the yard, you'll hate using it, and your lawn will show it. Today we're counting down the 7 best string trimmers, from it'll do, I guess, to the one that actually makes yard work feel easy. Number 7. Makita XRU23Z. The Makita is one of those trimmers that feels professional the moment you pick it up. Solid build, smooth controls, and a motor that doesn't sound strained when you hit thicker patches. It uses a brushless motor that can reach up to 6,000 RPM, and you get a variable speed trigger plus a high-low power mode button, which is great for stretching runtime during lighter trimming sessions. In actual trimming, it's best when you're doing precision work, around flower beds, fence lines, and tight spaces where you want control more than brute force. The 13-inch cutting swath is a nice middle ground, wide enough to cover ground, but still manageable when you're threading between landscaping. Line loading is also pretty convenient. Makita's rapid load bump and feed head is designed to load line quickly with a simple align, feed, and twist style process, and it genuinely saves time compared to old-school spool battles. The bump feed works well when you're in a rhythm, especially edging long borders. Now the part that holds it back in this ranking. This is tool only, and once you factor in buying batteries and a charger, the total cost can climb fast if you're not already on Makita's platform. It also tops out at a 13-inch swath, while some competitors give you a bit more coverage, so bigger yards can feel like they take longer than they should. The durability features are legit though. Makita's XPT sealing is meant to improve resistance to dust and water in harsh conditions. 6. JAGROM Cordless String Trimmer. The JAGROM surprised me more than I expected. Out of the box, it feels like it's aiming to be a complete kit solution. 2 batteries included, plus extra spools, so you can actually start trimming without immediately shopping for add-ons. It's a 2-in-1 trimmer and edger setup with a 12-inch cutting width, which is a practical size for small to medium yards. When trimming regular lawn grass, it gets the job done. The no-load speed is listed at 9,500 RPM, and in use it has enough spin to clean up walkways and garden borders as long as you don't treat it like a brush cutter. I used it for weekly maintenance and it felt light and easy to move, and that lighter weight can be a big deal if you're doing a lot of stopping, starting, and repositioning. The edging mode is helped by an integrated edge wheel and a rotating shaft concept, so you can guide it along borders without having to freehand the perfect line. That wheel makes straight edges easier than you'd think at this price point, especially on sidewalks and driveways. But here's where it starts to show why it's number 6. The overall feel is more consumer gadget than forever tool. Assembly is required, and the more moving parts you have, folding shaft, rotating shaft, adjustable head, the more places there are for wobble over time if you're not gentle with it. It's not that it's unusable, it's that it doesn't inspire the same confidence as the bigger name platforms. Number 5. Worx String Trimmer WG154. The Worx is the definition of simple and lightweight. It's a 20-volt trimmer that converts from trimmer to edger in seconds, and the cutting width is fixed at 10 inches, smaller than most on this list. But that's not always a bad thing if your yard is compact or you're mostly cleaning up tight edges. The big advantage is how easy it is to handle. Worx positions this as a lightweight tool, and it's the kind of trimmer you can grab for quick touch-ups without feeling like you're gearing up for a workout. It also has a foldable spacer guard, which is great when you're trimming close to flowers or lawn ornaments, and you don't trust yourself to keep perfect distance. One feature I really liked in use is the automatic single-line feed. Beginners usually struggle with bump feed timing, and this avoids that learning curve. You just move and trim, and the line management happens without you thinking about it. Where it fits best is weekly maintenance, light grass, soft weeds, and keeping things tidy. If you let your yard grow for a few weeks, or you're dealing with thick patches, the smaller cutting width means you'll spend more time covering the same area. Still, for small yards and people who want a low-fuss cordless option, it's a clean, like approachable tool that feels like it was designed to remove as many string trimmer annoyances as possible. 4. CRAFTSMAN V20 WEEDWACKER CMCST900D1. The CRAFTSMAN is a strong, middle-of-the-road in the best way pick. It's a 20-volt cordless trimmer edger with a 13-inch cutting swath, and that extra width over a 10-inch trimmer is immediately noticeable when you're working around the perimeter of a yard. Runtime is always the big question with 20-volt tools, and CRAFTSMAN lists up to 25 minutes per charge with the included 2 amp-hour battery. In real use, that feels realistic if you're not trying to bulldoze thick weeds at full throttle non-stop. It's the kind of runtime that matches most small to average lawns if you're doing normal trimming, not clearing an overgrown lot. It's also edger capable, which matters because crisp edges are what make a lawn look finished. Even if the trimming is decent, sloppy edges ruin the look, and having one tool do both helps you actually follow through instead of saying, "I'll edge later." The recommended line diameter is 0.065 inches, so it's aimed more at grass and normal weeds rather than heavy brush. That's fine for most homeowners, but it's worth knowing. If you routinely hit thick stems, you'll want to slow down and let the tool do the work instead of forcing it. Overall, it feels like a practical buy for someone who wants a recognizable brand, a common battery platform, and a trimmer that covers enough area without stepping into premium pricing. 3. VARSK 20-volt 12-inch cordless string trimmer. The VARSK is all about value and ready-to-go convenience. A lot of kits tempt you with a low price and then nickel and dime you on extras, but VARSK is commonly packaged with two 2.0 amp-hour batteries, a fast charger, and bonus spools, which is a big deal if you just want to open the box and start trimming for real. In use, the 12-inch cutting width is a sweet spot for many yards. It's more coverage than a 10-inch trimmer, but still nimble enough for edging around trees and garden borders without feeling clumsy. It's also positioned as a 2-in-1 trimmer and edger, which makes it easier to keep a clean line along sidewalks without needing a dedicated edger. One thing I noticed quickly, having two batteries changes the whole experience. Instead of watching the battery indicator and rushing the last section, you can just swap and keep moving. That alone makes this feel more expensive than it is, because it reduces interruptions. It also uses automatic line feed, which keeps the workflow smooth for most people. If you're trimming normally, it's nice not thinking about bumping or tapping the head. And because it includes extra spools, you're less likely to get stuck mid-job without replacements. This is a great pick for homeowners who want maximum kit value and low hassle, especially if the yard is moderate and the main job is consistent maintenance rather than heavy clearing. 2. Worx WG163.9 GT2. The Worx is where Worx starts feeling smart, not just lightweight. It's part of the GT line, built around quick switching between trimming and edging, and the standout feature is command feed, meaning you can feed line by pressing a button while the machine is running, instead of bumping the head on the ground. In real-world use, that button feels like cheating, in a good way. When you're edging along concrete, bump feed can be awkward. Too much bump, too little bump, wasted line, uneven cutting. With command feed, you control it instantly, so you keep your edge clean without breaking stride. This is also a trimmer built for adjustability. The GT series is designed to be adjustable through the shaft and handle setup, and that matters if more than one person uses it, or if you want to change your grip for edging versus trimming. It's the kind of tool that helps you avoid back fatigue because you can dial in a comfortable height and stance. The head can pivot to help reach narrow or awkward areas, which is perfect for trimming under benches, around low shrubs, or along fence corners where a rigid head makes you fight the tool. If your top priorities are clean edging and minimal frustration with line feeding, this is one of the most user-friendly systems on the list, especially for people who hate bump feed with a passion. 1. Ego Power Plus String Trimmer, ST1500SF Family. The Ego Power Plus trimmer takes the top spot because it delivers the most pro feel while still being incredibly practical for homeowners. The 15-inch cutting swath covers ground fast, so big borders and wide areas around fences take fewer passes, and that's the kind of upgrade you notice immediately. The rapid reload head is one of the best quality of life features available. Line up the arrows, insert the line, and twist to load. It's quick, it's simple, and it reduces the most annoying part of owning a string trimmer to something you barely think about. This trimmer also uses professional-grade 0.095-inch line and a dual-feed setup, which helps it chew through thicker grass and stubborn edge growth without feeling like it's constantly stalling. Pair that with variable speed control, and you can either feather it for detail work or open it up for fast cleanup. Durability and confidence are a big part of why it ranks number 1. Ego lists weather-resistant construction rated IPX4 and a high-efficiency brushless motor, which matters when you're trimming in dew, after light rain, or in dusty conditions near driveways. The final reason it wins, it's built around Ego's 56-volt ARC lithium battery platform compatibility, which is ideal if you want to expand into mowers, blowers, and other yard tools without juggling different battery systems. If you want one trimmer that feels strong, fast, and genuinely easy to live with, this is the one that most people will be happiest owning long-term. Final thought. That's all for today, folks.